Let's check it. Let's check it. Let's check it. All right. Good morning, good day. Looks like everyone's kicking. I hope you guys are doing well. This is the African Crypto Warlord show. What you're currently looking at here is some Bitcoin. The thumbnail you clicked on was around about up here somewhere. In the evening. This region, pumping itself into a dump. Alright. And, whoa, it was up here. Way up here. Somewhere in this region. I think it came out. Anyway, we can go back to it. I got the screenshot, I'll post it. Alright. Now, what can we see? This is a Laplace distribution. The ping bongs that you're hearing over there is just saying one of these fat tail events, thin tail events is happening. Get ready. So it goes bing bong, and then it goes bing bong on the line. So pick a blue line, really. Okay. So the general idea being is BTC stuck in negative drift on the 1 minute since about 3 hours ago. Alright, just been stuck in a negative drift, hasn't had the opportunity to technically mean revert within its negative drift. There is somewhat of a positive drift, as we can see that it was normal, it was symmetrical, and then the cone extinguishes out over here, and there is a positive drift. So general idea is, if we don't see any 5 flashes again, this was nearly it, but it didn't count. If we don't see another 5 flashes, the rule is it should bounce back up into the orange line here at $30,066. Alright, right now BTC on the 1 minute coming in. As you can hear, the timing, it's pretty cool technology that we got here at Alpha Trading. So we're just seeing contraction positively correlated come through, and the general strategy is it hits that line, it's going to try to have a pullback. It depends on how quickly you can scalp. You can get the $10 there, and then you can wait for it to fall down to the blue line, or you can be ready if it holds. Now if it works all the way back up, if it holds above here, then it will want to maybe continue to this line or that line. But I'll start the analysis once hopefully this thing just touches here, and then we can pull up some other targets. So I'll be doing the 7-day Laplace distribution. I'll be showing other levels that I didn't show in my previous live stream. So I'll just say this quickly. So as we can watch the bottom right here, just this yellow line that you see at the top, that is the daily mean reversion point. And now we're getting the cone coming in the mean, and some viable points are now starting to come near the daily Laplace distribution cone. So if this holds pretty well, that's okay. I would like it to make touchy down here, to be honest. It would still technically set a higher high. So just a quick wick boom would be nice, would be a clean signal in. And if we can generally just hold above this blue line, the general idea is if no flashes, it wants to come back up into the orange over here at 30,065. The wind is blowing here. I need to just tighten up my jacket. Okay. Alright, so this general idea is how we're coming in for the toucharoo. Ping ping, come on. So the strategies, or this cone, it's a lot easier to trade Bitcoin when it's inside the cone, because it just gives you pretty much levels that it can just be deflected at. Okay, cool, boom. Now the general idea is it can quickly rush out here if there's a lot of panic selling. It could be caught by this band. But the general idea is now it would want to now try and push back to this blue line over here, which is about a $50 move. Alright, let's see what this guy's saying. Has it triggered? And come on, make touch. Okay, so we're touching. Let's have a look. That's fine. So I'd look for a pullback here or a pullback here. I'd be quick to trigger in. Obviously you can chase it because it's above the blue line. So to me, any entries maybe down here, because this is the panic selling. Now it starts to be getting in. Let's see. And then I'll literally just try and target that blue line for profits. Alright. let's see, there we go. Get up above the blue line, and we should see a general mean reversion back up. Let's measure the move. About 0.2% if it has the decent legs. Alright, that's just the general range it's going to go for now. Any one of these lines in between can stop it. As this little pinky comes in, look for price action to do something funny. Okay, beautiful. So I technically I would be out, and then maybe try catch the JMA short, but it bits Bitcoin it can run. So that's pretty cool. I will give it a 0.8-ish move. What's that? 20, it's just a $25 move. Right now I'd be sitting here waiting for it to pull back in. Sometimes it just rushes through. Oh well. There you go. Okay, cool. So you could have maximized gains here if you were scalping live today quite nicely, if you have the balls to not buy the pullbacks. Anyway, let's get into this analysis. General move is BTC wants to, I'll say, start the analysis off from here, wants to go and target 0.33% higher if it can. It will only do that if it can break 2988. So now we're going to go to the high term time frames. Okay, what can we see here? This is 21 day. Volatility is just hasn't printed anything amazing yet on the 21 day, but we can see that there's a little bit of a charge to the downside. You'll see as we start to drop to the low term time frames what's putting in these candle tops over here. Okay, we've got some Laplace distribution coins as well, but I think I should get to those individually. Alright, so there's just the Laplace distribution coin. The rule is, as we saw, any closes below this line wants to go target this line, that's at 25. Any closes above this line, not so much today. Well, not so much today, but it's just been getting hammered, so there's going to have to be a lot of buying pressure to get it up to 35,800, and that would be, I'd need a serious pop in volatility. So given that we have this 21 day over here looking for a trend change, maybe it's a little bit of a pullback, and then a charge, there you go, to 35,930. Alright, generally bullish if Bitcoin is above that green line, generally bearish if it's below that green line, and that green line target is 18,567. This is on 21 day, 3 months, give it 3 months. That's that kind of general outlook if it doesn't go sideways. Okay, so you can see that this is stopping it from pretty much hitting these means here at 26. Here's the 7 day capping the top side of the cone quite nicely, keeping candles below, but it does give the opportunity for hidden bull diffs to form. So this RO, alright, it's got slowed down by that orange line, okay, but it's being held up by this white line. Okay, why am I shivering so much? Wow. Okay, 5 day analysis. Okay, let's get volatility. 50-50 is negative, is down, mean reverting. Any closes below this orange line here, it's just above this current price action. So any closes above this orange line over here at 30,093. Oh, could be savior for hidden bull div to form here, which would take quite a while to pull through on the 21 day time frames. Problem is there's negative drift, so I'd start to expect for the first time this 5 day will close below the orange line, okay, in 1 day 17 hours, but I could be very wrong, because as it lifts up, this could quickly just put in a cross. So I'd have to be monitoring that live on the next pumperoo if there is another pumperoo. What have we got here? So we've got a whole bunch of negative drift. The 3 day, we're going to put on a new Laplace distribution cone. Hopefully if Bitcoin just stays at this price or keeps in a couple dollars range, I suppose, then we'll have a new cone that we can put on. So the previous region is down here at 26,000. The last time volatility was at 0. So this is be the next time that volatility is at 0. Right, RO does have hidden bull divs and stuff like this. Volatility is at 0 as well on the 3-day. So this is going to be quite a decisive time frame for a very long time. We are looking to expand in chaos and disorder, as we've now curled around from, if you were to look at this in mathematical terms, that's the fat tail event now turning into a thin tail event. And then looking for the left shoulder into the peak, which would be that blue line. Anyway, so the general idea is we have some contraction phase. I need to super zoom in here. We have dumperoo technically on the 3-day whilst contracting and 50-50. So that actually might mean, because it's 50-50 whilst contracting, it's sideways or it's a tad bit of positive drift. But it, not to say that it has no significance, it's just it needs to expand now. Alright, so this is 3, what is 3, 6, it's nearly 9 candles worth of zero volatility technically on the trading, on the altitude trader over here. Okay, so if it does close below this orange line on 3-day, we look for a mean reversion down to 27. General trend from 20, whatever this is, 30 grand to 24,420. That would just be a range if it starts closing below this. Okay. Now, 24-hour. We should go look at the 1 minute. All right. 24-hour. What can we see? We can see a mean down here at 29,000. And 222 contraction, positively correlated. Returns are decaying because it's small candles. Any candle that's pretty much double the size of the last one is going to kick this thing into the mean over here on the 24-hour rather easily. What does negative drift mean if you're an algo, or if I'm programming an algo? Negative drift means that when I see it, I'm going to take my buy orders out of the book and I'm going to put them $20 lower. Whatever mathematics I use to figure out the percentage difference of this decay in volatility. But what that technically means is the order books get thinner. Okay, so then when the bots and the algos that do get triggered to say, okay, this is not dump time, and they actively market sell, let's just say, those bots just chase all these thin orders to the downside, and then the smart algo or whatever it is bot, or the other side of that bot, it's technically, because it's limited out of those buy orders, let's say at Bitcoin at 30 grand, and the book slipped like $100, okay, that's because there's this negative drift in the book. There's no liquidity to the downside. So just put a nice big pocket at some significantly mathematical point when there's negative drift. You'll find that your lines will become a lot more accurate and it's a lot easier to fill. Alright, so what's next? We have the 24 hours, so we have negative drift with chaos and disorder expanding to the downside. It is being bought up over here, we can see, so we'll look for the lower term time frames. 12-hour closes below the mean. Any closes below this mean, we look for 29 sometime in the future. Volatility is saying 50-50. Returns are looking for mean reversion. These guys are still technically red. Big dildos on the left here, so it's going to take quite a while for those. As soon as these things pump, they're going to hit their outliers quite easily over here. Then what do we have? No buy signal yet on the 12-hour. We have contraction positive. It's just a whole bunch of contraction was positively correlated. So the dumps are going to get wiki technically. And then it's the quick scalpers that are buying it up. And then contraction was positively correlated on the 3-hour, not so good. Oh, sorry. So now we have just a little bit of a mean reversion here. So we're up into a blue line, trying to tag that blue line into this region and across into the cone, as we we're saying on the 1 minute. A little bit of a bounce through here. Maybe obviously it's trying to try for another $10 move, you could say, $8 move, and then if it can continuate, it'll become like a $15 move. Any closes below this white line. Furthermore, if this JMA crosses through, we might even touch the outside of the cone. We'll find out. Alright, so Bitcoin, as we're doing the shuffle down, so this was contraction, pretty much it was positively correlated when it printed. Now it's into 50-50 mode, so it's just going to look for a retreat to the blue line. So what can I do here? I can wait for majority of these things to flash red, then I know we've hit a limit. Let me turn the VRE off, let me turn that off, there. So I might do algo next. Okay. That's pretty cool. Nice. So going back to, just to leave it off with Bitcoin on the 7-day, any closes below this white line that we can see here, which is about $5 above price action. Any closes below there, we look for 25 grand. It's 27 grand. Yeah. All right. Any closes above there, we look for 35,900. You could just say 35,900. Let's do smashy. This is good. If you want to stack sats and you can get onto Binance, no referral link. If you get onto Binance, trade BTC, whatever true USD is. If you just have to, if you have a profitable strategy, you should be able to get in and out of here quite easily and have no trading fees. You can hit the smash button for free, so you can pump and dump for free. Liquidity is small. This is small. It's maybe 10% of a Bitcoin that you could market buy into our blue lines. Actually, I think we should watch this. So as we were stating, as this JMA comes through, we are expecting it now to come to the outside of the cone. But these are lines that pretty much prevent that. Okay, there's still an expansion phase. Volatility is still getting zeroed in this region. It's alright, so it still gets to keep the same cone for now. Come on. So there's a little bit of hidden bull div. It will get the continuation when you see one of these things flash green. Or if these are still red and this thing just crosses across. There you go. Now it'll get 50-50'd. If it closes below here, then it will carry on dumping. If it closes above there, that will trigger the 50-50 indecision in the market. Hidden bull div, outlier event. Might be a dirty candle halfway here on the next print. Yeah, not necessarily halfway. And there you go, now it's into pump phase. It's going to be a tough one. You see, now they're going to have to run it all the way. Keep this thing red, baby. The longer you keep it red, the higher you can get it going. Alright, sort of all now. Not all of them, but if it closes above the blue line here, it can look for continuation for another $50 move. And bing bong is usually where I'd be out here, right? Because that was quite risky for me, my man. That's quite risky for me, my man. But it would want to go to that blue line over here if it's got the legs. Jeepers, this one's pumping, boys. It's a boy. It's a real boy. Damn, that was a serious one, homies. If you want to keep that bull going, you need to get printing double the size here. You got to be printing double the size here now, because it's going to start triggering contraction, which is indecision in the market. Yeah, a little bit of a safety here. Let's see if there's some front running happening. I like fills at the JMA, especially if they're close like this. So smashy allows you as it's creeping down. Right, you see this JMA just keeps on dropping, sort of like a trigger. So if you were looking to buy it here, you'd be out or you'd be in. And okay, so there's the other game to it. It's usually half the movement, but yeah, you can get a way better fill. Alright, so now touchy JMA may come for UMP. Let's go. No full contraction phase and volatility yet. Still 50-50. General idea is keep that sucker above this JMA keep that JMA above that white line for 3 candles, and you could get a comfortable breakthrough on that ultimate power mean. Okay, or usually by the third one it's going for the touch. So 2 candle closes above it. Generally look for a little bit more continuation. Contraction, there you go. Now this is the part of volatility that people sort of miss, is the contraction phase in volatility. So this is saying volatility is going down the hill, but correlation, the price, is not correlated to volatility going down the hill. Okay, for this reading there, now it is. So now volatility is going down the hill, yes, correlation is, and you saw how it climbed through, and it's just climbing through in between the candle bodies pretty much, if you have good settings. Okay, so now this is Jack and Jill together going down the hill. Alright, any closes below here, as we obviously state, we'll look for continuation down here. That is what would stop it and is its safety place. What we can see is if this does get volatile, seeing as there's a big one here, this is now becoming a mean reversion point. Let's see, there's no more volatility flash, so these guys maxed out. Pretty nice. There's no volatility flash, so that's going to be the mean. Alright, contraction positively correlated. Boom. So there's your super scalper saying, it's unfortunate, now take the short, but if you want continuation, you need this guy to close in line with that blue line, and then you get the continuation out or down. Now back in, maybe touch a bit of a JMA. Let's see, no one's really here. And that's how you know that opportunity gets eaten away, is now it's touching that candle. So you're out by, I was out by $3 or $4 $5. Should cost me $3 or $4 $5 down here. Alright, contraction. Let's see. JMA make touchy, and candle below does have the opportunity to keep it up. There you go. And as we were saying, this blue line is the mean. Technically now it's got a bit of variance on it, so it's at JMA. Alright. What do we got on volatility? Boom. So it's in sneaky pump mode. Still engaged above $3 down. Let's see. Yes, now it's into positive drift with a mean reversion phase. So when you see positive drift, you'll know that if holding above this blue line, that's now negative drift. So if it does get above that blue line, watch for positive drift to kick in, at least on the 1 minute, and then back the RO. Okay, and yeah, it sort of folded itself underneath the mean. As we say earlier, that sort of happens. Look for trigger to the outside of the cone. No more flashes. BTC is melting. I need to do a quick shuffle. Nothing. This is a rather long contraction phase, and it was starting to gain traction to the downside here. Okay, let's go to another shuffle as we're moving. No colors have changed. Just increasing in negative drift. Whoosh. This is a tough one. The 12-hour, it can be triggered into dump mode quite easily, but I'm surprised that this PC is holding up here for so long. Contraction, that's dump mode. These guys haven't expanded yet on the 3-day with this downside action. They sort of pulled back actually. They've gone 50-50. Like there's nothing happening on the 3-day at this price. 5-day contraction is positively correlated. Still back into the blue line. Now this is that positive drift we were talking about, which we were looking for over here. And there's a 1 minute just getting eaten up because all the big boys are saying down. Is there no love for the 1 minute, guys? So this is like general return. This is when people would bought that button algo. That was a button algo buy. You got triggered. So now we've triggered our blue flashes. This is just like a whole bunch of percentages saying you can get ready to buy. Well, these red, not yet. Okay. There you go. Alright. Now, dirty boys, get that pump going, baby. Now closes above this blue line. Oh, don't do it so fast. You see, it's a problem. Too much front running happening here. Patience, homies. If you just let it be, I know it's aggravating. If you just let it be for 30 seconds without putting in that wick, the next time it comes up to it, this thing will automatically print mean reversion, and all you got to do is print it above, and then the bots and the algos will be on your side. Now, what this does is starts to cut down its profit potential to the upside, because it was bum rushed $5 without any patience. Alright, there's your mean reversion phase that we're talking about. Now moving into expansion phase. Big, maybe a little bit more up here. $20 move. Any line that's going to stop that is 41. Any closes below 29, 26, I think this thing's going to get slapped. Right now we have the JMA coming in. It's usually a cutoff, but we'll look here. It might have a serious continuation if the JMA is able to close above blue line. Alright, candle. We look for the moment that this thing triggers down, and that will be the price of mean reversion. And if that moves down while still expanding, nothing. There you go, back into 50-50. Sprayed volatility, and it's still got it. Mean reversion. Okay, now your general trend is starting to come through, so you're going to see maybe a few more people try and chase this up. Oh, if it closes above this blue line, the signal is true. A little bit of patience. So maybe this is just pretty much everything resetting. I don't like that the general returns here are now starting to max out. See, this is all because of a little bit of a front run. Shit, it just gets like messy, man. $5 would have just crept up. like a video game. Alright, into expansion Eno phase. What's that? It's got a big move. $100-ish move. Minus. Up to here, around about here is about $100 move from the edge of the cone to there. It's about an $80 move. Come on, homie, seeing as we got this high, we might as well just touch this thing over here. Could this be the hunt for the daily? We'll find out. We will find out. Let's see what these guys are saying. Okay, getting a little bit bullish. Bullishness, still 50-50 on the 5 minute. Still messing around with negative drift on the 15 minutes. Got just printed, so can move data quite easily. Let's see. That is a sneaky pump on the 45 minute with a mean reversion. Nice. Nice. How long? Oh, just printed. Dangerous. But you gotta be fast. Contraction still positively correlated. That means down on the 90, down on the 3 hour, down on the 6, down on the 50-50 on the 12, down on the 24. Looking for a serious move on the 3 day, down on the 5 day, down on the 7 day, and technically down because it's a sneaky dump on the 21 day. Let's go back to the 1 day. 1 minute. Okay. I suppose when they're all set down, little white lines, they hit hard. Okay. It's quite a nice range. So this is just the mean. That is just the mean. What are we gonna do here? I think we pull up ETH USDT. P. Boyakasha. Oh, I got a cool way. I can do this. I can do that. I can do that. Actually, I need to pre-plan this. I gotta do that. I gotta go copy. Get ready for this action. You ready? Boom. Boom. Right. E. Command Control V, down enter. E, Control V, E. Wee. Naughty, outside of Laplace distributi. So Bitcoin having a fun time today, guys. I pretty much just trade spot, right? So I can't do jack shit if this thing just keeps on falling. Sometimes I can, but when it gets outside my cone, I don't like trading it. I can't see how quickly I can't see the levels at which I'm bleeding $5 or making $15 or whatever it is. Like my standard. My margin of error is absolutely horseshit, but inside the coins it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So then I just need to stop being a little bit of 1 minute crackhead and maybe just throw up on the Laplace distribution on the 15 minutes. Alright, this is the 5 minute. I would like to see this thing. No more flashes, guys. What happened, Keegan? What happened, Keegan? Okay, whilst we've got the 5 minute up and it's... Oi. I will give you the monthly target. Okay, so if it closes above here, cool story. Now try again for the top side. Okay. Now, I'm gonna just quickly throw out the 15 minute. Or I think we've got to view it on the 90 minute. It'd be easier to see. This for Bitcoin. And we're going to put the VREs. Laplace, VREs, I'm joking. No Laplace distributions. This is VREs. Now, BitShed has a weekly up here at 30,600. Yes. Alright, as much as we're bearish. As much as I'd like a cheap Bitcoin, to be honest. One day in the future, it's more than likely going to touch 30,650. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow, might not even be next month. Okay. But there's a floating target where people like to buy it, and then they didn't. So here's your range. This be thy range. We'll do something like this. Okay, we'll do it from the downside because we're sort of there. But that be thy range. It's a 5% move from the highest side. Alright. And sorry about those blinding lines. Let's just do a long and short position so we can measure it out accurately. There. Where's price? There. Where's this? So just to get a general understanding, it would be wherever it pulls from. I'm just saying from today, it's a 2.3% to the upside or a 3.36% to the downside move. You add those together, you get a big number above 5, I think. Yeah, 5 point, just call it 66 or whatever. Alright, now that's 90-minute. Those are your weekly ranges and your monthly ranges coming into play. This is your daily range, pretty much bang on, not in the middle. Somewhere down here would be in the middle. We'll see what it has to say. Let me duplicate. So that would just be for when it starts breaking outside the 1 minute cone. I'll look for any one of those green lines we're looking at. Alright. That is very wet. What you doing, baby? Nothing. Just hanging around by the mean, looking all sexy and stuff. ETH USD TP. I think we will keep those cones on. Those are squirrels. Alright. Is that there? That's a 45, 15, 15. That's a 90. We want that on a 1 minute. We want this on a 1 minute. We want that on a 5 minute. Okay. Let's go set up a 1 minute coin for our ETH Broaders. Beautiful things happen. Beautiful things happen. Nothing. We have a baby goat. It's the cutest little thing. New one. It minted, it looks like it's a midget. A shame, I shouldn't say that. It does look like it's way smaller than the rest of the crew that get minted. Nice. There's a boy squirrel chasing a girl squirrel around the trees here. She doesn't get a break, man. And oh, now it's gonna be way far out. So it's gonna be 385. I'm guessing. Sorry for that. We can look. Oh my gosh. ETH USDT P 21 day, 7 day. I'll do a quick volatility shuffle. There's Bitcoin on the run, baby. She's going for the orange line, which is just shy. Here's our VRE. So you can get around this. up here into our first daily, broke through quite nicely, holds above there, looks for continuation to the orange, and it has some padding to the downside. Let me turn these things off. It has some padding to the downside, as you can see with the blue line, just to get bullish over here into the yellow line. Give it a push, baby. Booyakasha, booyakasha. Wow, that's quite a nice little edgy, quite sketchy trading the edge of a coin, but that's a 0.5% move. Yeah, so as you can see, when the markets get volatile, so does the connection. Come on, hurry up, baby. Thank you. I know you take a long time, but thank you for working. Zupa. Zoopity doopity. Ether making a poopity. Let's see. Blue lines. Oh, Ethereum trying its best here. Trying to keep itself out of the negative drift that naturally printed. Has some buying pressure, I suppose, with the negative drift, which they have inverted on the way down. Slow bleed, and he closes above $1900, 1901.33. Look for $1912, 1923, and top side of the cone. She ain't gonna be a baddie, and that's still got quite a long time to contract. So you're gonna look for a contraction in volatility called positive drift, aka positive drift, to be pumping Ethereum. You don't necessarily want an expansion dildo to be doing this. You want a whole bunch of buy orders to be you want a whole bunch of sell orders just to be like exiting without even getting filled, because they know they can get filled for a higher price, right? So that's what will give these long dildos the opportunity to print easily and just keep on sliding greasily to the upside. What have we got here? That's at a VRE. Let's see. Where's your statistics? You've just come into your VRE, so guessing that Bitcoin's pushed through. I'm going to say Ethereum should try for it, just because it would be a market inefficiency not to, given that Bitcoin is above it. They are both now within their daily range. This is not looking so healthy for Ethereum. So if Ethereum doesn't touch its daily range, what would that tell me? That would tell me Ethereum being more bearish than Bitcoin instantly on the 1 minute. Okay, because you can see now as Bitcoin falls, it has a daily mean as to pretty much to be bought up from, whilst Ethereum doesn't really have that as of yet. Just with this, the next 3 seconds happening here, everything can change in a minute. But yes, there you go. Now, what I'd say again, if it did start failing below this line, which it shouldn't, as we're looking for the market inefficiency to play true here, if it does start closing below this red line, then you're looking for this down here at, just call it 1897, to maybe set in a last push for a good strong bull dev to get Ethereum maybe up back above its daily mean. Let's go hunt for a Ethereum weekly mean is above it. So there is a magnet that printed above it. Didn't really dance around with it. So Ethereum back to 1933 within the week would be pretty much the same similar observation as to most of the cryptos. Solana being a dirty one to watch, because it might rip a little bit harder than the rest of these guys. If it can just hold above its weekly mean, and its weekly mean printed below like XRP, like the rest of, so there's only 2 that I watch, and those 2 printed below. So here's Ethereum trying its best to get up into this daily mean over here, and if it wants to maintain strongness, it has a 2.4% range from now, but as soon as it gets above this yellow line, if it does get above it, then it has to hold above that range for a very long time, and then into 1911 for continuation for a longer term thing. Back into daily mean, first -1 outlier or level, and this will now become your range. Alright, that's your bear trap if you're below it. Alright, if you're closing below the white line, that's your bear trap. If you're closing above the white line, that's the bull trap. Alright, now we just play here. Let's go shuffle Ethereum. We've got nothing there. ETH, USDT, come on, Poloniex. I need to mark you. I wish I could move these things up. Alright, that's cool. ETH, USDT, come on, baby. ETH, USDT. Nice. Now the rest wants to shuffle. Sneaky dump mode on the 21 day. Sneaky dump mode on the 7 day. Sneaky pump mode on the 5 day. Holding these returns back from Dumperoo over here. Alright. That's the Ethereum on 3 days. Sneaky pumperoo signal. Losing a little bit of correlation for the greater part of the pump, but sneaky pumperoo signal on the 3 day over here. We're looking to get broken, maybe contraction. That's Dumperoo signal on the 24 hour. What do we got? We got a 12 hour. So low volatility. That is technically a positive drift, but it's very, very dirty. So what's this guy saying? Contraction, that's a 6 hour. So between the 6 hour and the 12 hour, we're going to be looking for direction. This is contraction positively correlated on 3 hours. So there's still negative selling coming in. So I'd say anything below this orange line will keep those bots. Anything above the 90-minute bearish. Now, anything above 1905, I do look for some continuation out. There's a little bit of a hidden bull div here. We are hitting points on the cone. That is got some expansion on the 45-minute with a mean reversion. Alright, so I can see what's happening here. Maybe in the last 3 minutes of the 45-minute candle, you will either be closing at this orange line. Is this the push that we're missing out on? You'll either be closing at this orange line or above this. Now, if you close at this orange line, then Ethereum starts to lose the legs to maybe push into this weekly mean, like quite quickly, I could say. So if you start closing below this red line, that signal starts to fade out for a bit. If you start closing above the red line, the signal starts to get quite serious, because it's just a whole bunch of means. The thing that we'll watch out for is this Ethereum coming on the 1 minute. The thing we'll watch out for is any closes underneath this daily mean are going to be a little bit trappy. But now that we're above this little white line you see here, we can use this bull div, as they were trying to do here with bear div. Now we can use the bull div and Berkshire. Come, touch, make a touch. Nothing. Must be the JMA holding it up. Oh, at the same place, so it's going there. Cool. Now, okay. Expansion on the 15-minute now. OVs, nice candle. 5 minutes. We need to exit out. We can look at the Bitcoin coin. Bitcoin coin getting hammered. Just the top side of the first outlier here. Bear div sets true if you start. Let's say it's gonna be it could be a slow bleed, but bear div sets in true if you start closing below this red line. All right. Close above it, it will have the next candle's opportunity to not close below the red line. And what did it do? Closed in line with it. So it's going to be a mean. It could be quite trappy. As we said, that little white line can be used for a bull flick. Let's see. No one's actively trading this. Okay. Ethereum now into its daily range. Can use this as padding, but failures outside of it, back down to the red line. Back down to the orange line over here. Ethereum, you are now contracting, positively correlated, losing the pump. Contraction. Okay, so we can see that Ethereum's volatility will expand to the upside quite comfortably once above the daily mean. So it's quite a roundabout way to get back to the same example. And we saw that here on 1905, shit would get around back to 90-minute, and that's pretty much what we were seeing. Okay, now I think I'm going to do algo. As I have these 1-minute cones up, I'm going to just leave them there. Maybe there's a new cone, not yet. Maybe there's a new cone. Those are outlier events. Tiki trend, there you go. 2 things saying here. So those outlier events, as I said, that's a thin tail, that's a fat tail, that's a thin tail turning into a fat tail. Okay. Same but different. Alright, same but different. Okay. Daily mean, caution. But if no flashes, where's our pinks? Any closes above our pink at 30,004, look for continuation to the upside into 30,130 region. Any closes above that pink, right? Any closes below this pink here at 30,005, you look for continuation down to 29,875. It's $125 move. Pretty much just shy of about the same kind of move. $100 move from there. Yeah, it's about the same kind of move. Okay, there's padding in between here. There's padding down here at 29. As you can see, 29,909.91. Okay, so we're going to move on to algo. So Ethereum had its weekly mean above. Did it? I'll double check now. Weekly mean above. Bitcoin weekly mean above. Oh, unfortunately, Ethereum's was touched, whilst Bitcoin's wasn't. So Bitcoin's one is still in the book, whilst Ethereum's isn't. So just look out for the Ethereum BTC pair, whatever it is called. I'll go USDT. So look out for the Ethereum BTCT pair to be getting hammered sometime in the future. Once this coin, nothing amazing. Back to the orange lines more than likely. Okay, I'll do a rule. If I'm doing this, then we'll look for what's happening on the charts when we hear the beeps. Oh, naughty boy. What's catching you here? Psh, like a boss. Cool. Reverse wave tendies. Looking for mean reversion over here. This target to the upside comes into the book as the orange line crosses, as you could see here. This target comes into the book as the orange line crosses. This is the variance that controls it within the distribution of those 2 lines. So a little bit of a hidden bull dev if you have to look on some higher term time frames or some shit. Alright, could be forming here. Ethereum maybe want to push back into this target, as we say. Any closes above daily, we look for up. Any closes below daily, we look for down. Okay, now it would be interesting to pull algo. Is everybody getting hype? So there's apparently an algo wallet that'd be buying up like Jeb and Caleb style, you know what I mean? That kind of vibe, getting those XRP Jeb and Caleb vibes on algo. Algo oosters. I don't know, every time I look at this damn coin, it's literally just been hiding here at 11. Okay, let's go find a long-term time frame. Please be on Poloniex. Poloniex, you're the best. Please be here. No. Who's gonna have it? Apparently Gate.io is pretty jacked up. No one's got that old data Oh yeah, this thing's not that bad. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do a quick one. I'll go looking for a mean reversion, sort of hitting outliers down here. There's nothing that I have as targets. Let's see if we can put this on. Okay, any closes above reverse wave tendies from 11 cents to 19 cents or 24 cents. Now we'll put on VREs. There's an untouched monthly here at 19. Ultimate power means any closes above. Sorry, this is maybe the new baby goat that I was talking about. That's now there. Any closes above this JMA at 11 cents, look for continuation. Have we touched this thing yet? Yes, we have. Look for continuation into around about 24 cents. That's a 21-day mean reversion. Slowly, but slow and steady could win the race here for algo. Algo, we want to put a Laplace distribution on, so we'll do that last. Okay, this is the incorrect PB cone. This is just a PB cone of Ethereum, pretty much displaying the same candles. Okay, so that's positive drift with algo backing the mean reversions here. Buy signals, pretty good. Just getting hammered here. Hidden bull divs, as we'll see. 7-day, that's got positive drift. This is looking a little bit better than Ethereum. I mean Bitcoin. Contraction, that's a bit 50-50 here. Any hold above 11.25, look for continuation into 17 cents. And okay, I might have to end the stream. I don't even know if anyone would sit through that. 24 hour contraction, that's 50-50. That is expansion to the downside as long as holding below 11.85. Wick, hold above 11.57. Hidden bull divs, we've got a little bit of negative drift that's kicking in here. So, but it is getting bought up, so we'll see what's happening on the lower term time frames. It is losing the negative drift here on the 3 hour, but returns are to the downside. General trend is up, quite dirty. There is a target here that remains untouched at 11.50. Contraction, so any closes below 11.75, I look for an expansion volatility to the downside. Any closes above 11.75, I look for expansion and volatility to the upside. So that's just a little bit of a daily pivot. Hidden bull div coming in here on the 90-minute will only play out and have the legs, which would be hard because PC don't hang around here. It doesn't hang around in these regions. Maybe for algo it does. Could be interesting to trade. There we go. Expansion, that's 50-50. Any closes below 11.68, looking for downside continuation. Any closes above this RO, these guys, they start to say true buy signal. So algo's just getting hammered over here. Contraction, there's a sneaky pump, so this is now dumping itself into a sneaky pump. Okay, 15 minutes. What do we got here? Contraction, positively correlated. 15-minute is the 5 minutes sort of holding it up. Holding the pump from happening. Okay, contraction, positively correlated. What does the 1 minute have to say for algo? Let's put it on a Laplace distribution cone so we can get some targets here. Shuki. Expansion, so we are looking for a little bit of a pump here on the 1 minute. Maybe back into that 11.75 region, I don't know. Let's have a cone tell us where we must go. Alright, nice. Cool story. Thank you. PB cone. Nice. Everyone's sort of printing in the similar regions. I think that would be 425. But then I don't know if I'm okay. Alright. Are we on? We're on target. Load it up. Alright. Blue line to blue line. Those are the rules. Edge of the cone. Smoked. Same like BitShit. Holding above blue line. Just like, not like Ethereum. Blue line. Remember we were watching this earlier. Blue lines kind of thing. Pink lines. I'll go first touch at the blue. Looking bullish, wants to maybe send it to 11.80, mean reversion 11.96. It's under negative. Oh, it's actually got positive skew. So if there's no blue flashes, which there hasn't been since 6 hours my time, since 6 hours ago, if there's no more volatility flashes, we expect a mean reversion to the upside, maybe even into 12 cents for as long as this cone can hold true. Algo can move up to 12.57. This model breaks if it hasn't zeroed out in volatility. If it does get up here to 12.69, any closes below this blue line, it just keeps on getting dragged, as you can see here, like this. Right, any closes below these blue lines, this thing eventually just melts slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly and slowly. People just buying it up for cheap if they consider this cheap. We'll look here on the high term time frames. Okay, so we need the 7-day Laplace distribution. Have we got it? We got nothing. There's no, so we're going to be hunting for the soonest flash. It might be on the daily. Oh, what's that? Not yet. 3-day. Any flashes? No. Might be on the daily. There. Any flashes? There we go. Are we in a row? Ducks in a row? No ducks in a row. There's all the ducks in a row. At a very high price. Alright, we don't know what price that is. We just make math work from here. Click. Thank you all for trading. And make this big. So how long ago? That was August 2020, 18th of August. Not that far ago. Cool. I need this one. Okay, I'll go. Alright, so this is the first 24-hour cone that's printed true with algo. What is happening here with algo? Started to fall outside of its safety range, you could say, and that sort of happened when we had this cross. So now now it lost its positive drift. Alright, as soon as the skew came in. So that immediately tells you that any higher highs after this are going to get sold into, which will become lower lows. Well, yeah, right? They just, eventually it'll get to a point in the data below the mean, around the mean, where the higher lows will be set in. Higher lows, lower highs, whatever the hell it is. Those things. Less high than this one. Alright? Now that's the negative drift kicking in, just in the cone. And you can see it sort of just holds true over here. So you're going to be looking for a new 24-hour Laplace distribution cone to print. Those are the shouting at the goats and the cows. You're going to look for a new 24-hour Laplace distribution cone to print, and that would give you the better range. But you have two observations here, and it's rather unfortunate. As we stated with the 1 minute, that could lift it all the way up. There's still a range down here, just random range. That is a range, so whatever that is, it's quite a big range. I will start from this price. Any closes below 10 cents, look for continuation down to 8 cents, 68, and a general bottoming formation to start forming around about 7.58 cents. If it's bullish through these dumps. Now, if it's bullish from here, as it's sort of slowly getting brought up by the looks of things, if it can close above that white line, you're looking for a 15% move to the upside, initial scalp 33% to the upside, and now it can start regaining its trend at 16 cents. And go for a general mean reversion target up here at 100 cents, a 100% move. Okay, those are big numbers, I know. It has touched the blue line, so the rules do state The rules do state from blue line to blue line. Alright. Blue line to blue line. So at any given moment, for as long as that there's no new 24-hour cone, blue line to blue line, there's still targets for 280% to the upside and 489% to the upside. But those are only realistic if they close above this white line, that pink line, that all the way up, without volatility flashing 0. Okay, what is good is that even though that does look like it's far right, at least on the 1 minute, it is respecting these blue regions. Now, this is a signal you can process further out. If it fails this blue line, then you know maybe start looking that it's going to fail that blue line. So Ethereum now just getting trimmed up here at this white line. What's BitShit doing? Everything's sort of calming down, hitting its daily ranges. Yeah, nothing too amazing. So we've got the algo cone. Algo slipped. Is everyone else going to start slipping through their lines? Bitcoin's still quite far away from its lines. It's gravy. Contraction, it's going to get to its line. Okay. Ethereum at its line. What's algo doing? Below its line. Above its line. Doesn't know. Okay, let's get on to Solana. Duplicate. Oh my gosh. What are we doing here? We're doing that. That one will stay. So this will be the Solana 1 minute. So USDP. Maybe I just do a time frame shuffle. Sol USDT. Come on. Sol USDTP. Sol USDTP. Sol USDTP. Wow. All right. Nearly done. Hopefully Binance has a long look back. I always forget which one it is. Poloniex is my go-to. It might be Gate.io that I have to throw it up on. I'll do that here. Oh. Where the fudge is Gate.io? Oh. Nothing. Boring. No volatility. Okay, Solani. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Solani? Contraction, moving into positive drift. Alright, yes, looks like a dumperoo. Next 7-day candle to print. You might be lucky and have the bots and the algos lift their sell orders, as we've been explaining. And that would naturally push it to the upside. Any closes below that mean? Now, target here, 24 to 27 cents. Alright, hold above there. You can have this 5-day. Become bullish. Alright, if that happens, $35 inbound. If that doesn't happen, $12 creeping up. Alright, hold above 24.50. On the daily, it will prevent this 3-day from printing through. Replies distribution cone we give you for free right now. Three-day. A lot of people, as we saw Bitcoin. Yeah, as we saw Bitcoin. I can get rid of this one. Boom, boom. That looks about 30 candles. So we got sheep on my left, We've got goat on the right, we've got monkey in the tree. That sounds like a little sheep as well. Why they have these babies in winter, huh? 20. Nothing. Boom. Use drift. Unfortunate Solana. 3-day is printing down. You need another flash in volatility. But for now, that is your target at $19. And the top side of the cone is at $20. Have we got a 24-hour cone that is maybe a little bit better? That is a 24-hour cone, minus 30. Come on. Oh, too far. Boom. On. Solana. Holds above 26,778. Bullish. Closes below 27,768. Down to 2180s. That's the mean. Under. Negative skew. Okay. You need a new 24-hour flash, Solana. Okay. Ideally, above this orange line would be great. Now, if it fails here, back down to 15. Okay. Any one of these targets that you see in here, 1780, 1910, 22, 2380. Let me not screw my homies here. 2332.4. Those are all the downside targets that are buyable. Now, a touch blue line outside of the cone. The general rule is breaks outside of the cone that side, or wants to break outside of the cone this side. Where's it breaking outside of the cone? If it's up here, at least another $20 move. That's $136 roundabout. Okay, that is just thumbsuck stuff until volatility prints again. So if we want that to happen, you want Solana to be closing up outside and at top side these pink, because then it gets crazy fast to the upside, and vice versa. It gets crazy fast to the downside when it starts closing outside the pink. Okay, zoom, it comes back in, starts closing above, gets above the pink crazy fast to the upside. Okay, don't hate the rules of random methane particles moving around. That's all this is. Okay, so Solana's 24-hour cone is giving us some action here. What are we going to do? We're going to look for a general volatility moving into negative drift. Unfortunate. Alright, 50-50, hold above 24, then you have the opportunity to keep above that pink line that we're looking at. 3 hours is dumping to the downside. Any closes below 26, you look for continuation to 24 until stated otherwise. And what's this? Is this it's losing to the downside? We did sort of get close to a +2 daily, -2 from the daily mean over here, slowing the target down, but we're outside of the reverse wave trend on 90-minute. I don't really like that too much. Getting hammered here on the scalp just because of 45-minute printed a nice buy signal. People trying to still chase that up with hope, pumping itself into unfortunately a dump as that triggered down. Let's see what this has to say for a moment. Returns saying up, and that's your trigger price for pump is 640. Now your trigger price for 50-50 is below 25,635. Alright, now it's just the 50-50 mode. So what are we looking for? We're looking for that grey cloud to trick it down here, and then it should be bought up, but that's when the limits are hit. Then they know, okay, this is the price range we can hammer out for the 1 minute. Okay, let's go throw up a Laplace distribution cone for Solana. Alright, contraction, that's going to give it the pop on the 1 minute. 5 minute contraction is positive correlated, that's what's keeping that down. Not so good here as we get higher and higher. 15 minute is trying to pull in, so if there's a hidden bull div here on the 15 minute, we've got to look at the 1 minute and just see how long this 1 minute can hold true under positive drift. Then it'll start kicking around that 15 minute time frame. What that technically means is it needs to keep on making higher highs, aka going up, to trigger the 15 minute. Right now, any sell orders coming in until stated otherwise, until maybe a big market sell order comes in, any limit orders that are sitting in the book are just going to keep on getting bought up by a market order bot. Okay, because they haven't lifted their sell orders because they know they're going to get a better price until that bot gets filled, I suppose, or whatever it is. But here you can just see the general push. Let's go put on a 1 minute coin just to have some nice regions here. This does look like it is in those lines. Make this big. So that was a signature we just saw pump itself into a dump. I need to bring that back. It's red, then it's pumping itself into a dump. Front run. Now green, positively correlated. This is a dump signal with a bear. Negative returns because they pumped it a bit too hard. So what does this mean? This means an active buy. There, you see, an active buyer, like a real human, had to go and press market buy in order to have that market continuation. So that's pretty nice. I don't know if you trade to only 2 cent move on Solana, but it just triggers. Algo getting hammered. Ethereum holding up. Bitcoin holding up. Sol, are we at a daily VRE? There's no VRE here. Okay, let's go look for a 1 minute flash. That was our goal. But that was just a nice little observation of how this goes. Alrighty then. There. A cup of coffee has me quite well today. Oh, I missed that. Sorry. Me doing my market inefficiency timing. 219. Pray. This is a 1 minute Solana coin. Booyakasha. For trading tools. Nothing. Not good. We still I'm gonna have to readjust that thing. We can turn drift off. So maybe it reaches in. We're gonna have to +1. See, yeah, see, it's all about the volatility flash. You have the numbers, you can have the coin. Alright, there, 752. Okay, general idea. Any closes inside the coin, you look for mean reversion back up into the orange line. Up here at $26. It's about a $1-ish move. It's exactly a $1 move. If it moves from boom, has to hold above this pink line. If it literally just goes soup, has to hold above that pink line. If it holds above that pink line, then we'll be able to break outside of this 1 minute cone that has been here for now 3 hours, 4 hours. Bitcoin saying hello, I'm at a line. Alright, have we got any flashes here? Nothing's changing at the moment. Everyone's just strung out on the same 1 minute cone. The bigger the cone gets, the wider the variance gets. Okay, the slower the trades come in. How do I put this? The longer it takes for your trade to play out, but the bigger the range you can be right or wrong. Whereas when the cone is small, you have to trade really fast to maximize the blue and pink because the ranges are really tight, but they're very respected. There's no disrespect on the coins, as you can see when they get wider, but it's just easier to go, okay, I'm market buying and you can see that it's falling and you get this price, where here it's just like 30 seconds, 15 seconds, and then the last 3 seconds it wicks down. So there's no time for that nonsense when the cone is small. Alright, Solana, what you gonna do? Let's see if we've got some volatility back in the cone over here. Yes, there's a little bit of a pumperoo coming in. We'll see if we can carry on cleaning up. Any closes above 25,670. Look for this thing to hopefully do its mathematical job and mean revert to the upside, at least to the blue line. 20 cent move. What's the range here? It's of 10 cent. Is it 10 cents? I can't count. I don't know how to count, guys. Alright, it's 8 cent move. Not so good. Good. And boring. Why aren't you doing something amazing, Solana? Everyone's waiting on you on this live stream to do something important. Alright. Ethereum holding up quite well. A little bit better than BitShit over here. Alright. Algo. Not so good. Sol. Let's see what we're doing here. 5-minute mean reversion. Contraction. Negatively correlated. Looking for float up. Then 15 minutes still saying dump. 45 minutes saying still got some pump, like 50% pump left in it. This is saying sneaky pump on the 90-minute. This is saying still dumperoo on the 3-hour, slow dumperoo on the 3-hour. This is saying 50-50 on the 6-hour. This is saying 50, a little bit of negative drift on 12-hour, but nothing as serious as of yet. This is moving into negative drift on the 24-hour. Boom, 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 boom. This is moving into negative drift on the 3-day. This is moving into still in positive drift, more than likely going to test a positive drift target over here at 24 if it does fail outside of that cone that we're looking at. Any close above 28.80 cents, we look for continuation up on Solana. Alright, 28.80 cents outside of the cone. Alright. Wow. Alright, so I think the market's slowing down now, and I'll just summarize and I will be getting off. So, daily range 2997, okay, $29,980 to $30,080. Daily range. Mean $30,030. Close above or below those, we keep on testing these sites. Okay? Hidden bull div, gonna get hammered. Okay. Ethereum. Let's turn the reverse wave tendies off. Ethereum's. Any closes below 1905, look for continuation to the downside. Any closes above 1905, look for continuation to 1908. Okay. Here this line's coming in, so it might be a target. Now, if this 1 minute cone doesn't flash anytime soon, it's still gonna take at least, let's do a random one here, at least another 45 minutes or more to print a low volatility signature, and that will have the opportunity for new coins. But until then, if Ethereum carries on holding above 1896, you can see it as a bullishness for intraday targets. If it starts failing below there, we look for targets down into 1884, furthermore 1880. Alright, any closes above this daily, we look for a run into 1911, and there is a weekly up here at 1932, which we previously discussed. Algo's daily range. Yeah, that's a weekly down here. Okay, so if Algo fails the cone, it's got a... Now it wants to pump. If Algo fails the cone, there's about a 2.6, just a 2% move to the weekly mean. So if it fails outside this cone, that's fine. Now, if it carries on printing, and where's that daily mean? Hold up. This is gonna get trending if it's inside these lines. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so if it bounces off the weekly mean down here, Algo can get very bullish. All right. This is going to hammer everyone to the downside. We already pulled those targets. Alright. So if we can hold above here, there's 1117 as well that we're pulling out. There's somewhere in here. 1117 and we can, if it does really get the legs, 11.17, and push back up. These monkeys are annoying. If it does push up, then we look for continuation back into the daily at 12.18. And this topside target's over here. Where's our monthly above or below? I can't even see the monthly on the 1 minute. Put on 15. Where's the monthly? Oh, it's in here. And there is a monthly at 12.18. Alright, daily 12.12. Weekly, same like Bitcoin, shitty range. 6% range, a little bit smaller than Bitcoin. If you found this information helpful, please do like and subscribe, as I might do some live trading. Yeah, if people dig it, I might do some live trading. Much love. African Crypto Warlord out. Oh, Algo should be good. Sorry, Black God, bro. I didn't even see you here, man. I appreciate you for being here this long. When you came in. Okay, what I will be doing is I will be making sure my other computer has its YouTube thing on. Sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me just round this off here. Okay, that's my lie. I think we should do 2. Yeah, it's pretty cold, dude. As soon as you could hear, as the sun started to come up with its warmth, inverted hammer, we should. Yeah, there was a little bit of popperoos in the bottom here. Good observations. Hidden bull. Brother, I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much. So as you can see, I'm reading your comments pop up here now. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, Alga is looking to be a good one, but we just got to see if it can, as we saw there, the weekly mean. So I'd be targeting that weekly mean for slippage. And there's a monthly mean and daily mean to the upside. I don't think this daily mean was touched. I'll just have to review. I can review it now with you. I'll go. Yeah, okay, it was touched quite perfectly. So it's sort of out of the box. So this one's in 11. This one's in the book for now. So that would be a looker for me around about this region here. And yeah, if it's 21 day or whatever these 5-day candles were printing here, they do look quite bullish. In comparison to the rest of these other ones. Positive drift, you can never go wrong with positive drift, and get those off. So I might be interested in some Algo. We'll see. We'll definitely have to see. Just I'll get interested around about that weekly level. I don't mind buying a bit later. Anyway, my G, much love. I appreciate you. Have a good one, and yeah, I'll catch you in the Discord. Ciao, ciao.